Okay, third time making this video. I keep waffling a little bit. The video gets a little bit long. I kind of say that a lot, but yeah. So I'm going to start off by showing you the settings to my trading view really quick because Risha from a previous video wanted to see them. So the candlestick colors are all black except the body of the green ones. That's white, and the canvas is solid, also white, and then the grid lines are vertical and horizontal on black, but 5% opacity on both. That's how you can kind of see them, but they're not right obnoxious in your face. So 3 trades to go over. 2 Bitcoin shorts, which are technically 1. They're just 2 entries. Terrible trade. So reasonings for the trade, there aren't many. That was the issue with it. So this is the daily open on the candle. As you can see, there is a flat bottom. So this is a daily flat bottom candle. These are almost always revisited within the same day. It was also New Year's Eve, so there wasn't that much volume, not much volatility. I just personally thought that there was just no way that it was possible for Bitcoin to push up through 99k, 100k resistance on a day like New Year's Eve when there's just not enough volume, right? So once we swept to this high, I kind of just pressed the short button. That was literally it. It just wasn't a good trade. So originally I had my stop loss up here at 0.4%, but I ended up closing it because I was like, this isn't a good trade. What am I doing? Let's just tighten the stop loss and let it see what happens. And yeah, so if we go to the 1 minute chart as well now, okay, over here. Yeah, within like 5-6 minutes we get stopped out, but the literal second it stopped me out, this candle completely rejected instantly. It was crazy. It was literally just, back at entry. As soon as it stopped me out, I was literally the top buyer on this trade. So yeah, really annoying. I ended up entering again on this candle somewhere. But after a couple of minutes I closed. I was like, what am I doing? Let's just not do this. Like, this is stupid. Like, Bitcoin's, I don't know. It's like 40-50k size as well. So the fees were like $12 to enter, $12 to close. We ended up losing $200 in the course of like 10 minutes, which is just silly, right? It's just so silly. But yeah, didn't let it knock me. I still had the bias to the downside, still had the bias for the shorts. So what I did instead was I started to look through some other coins to see what sort of setups there were that were forming. And I came up on Aave. Now, beautiful trade. Aave was performing way worse than Bitcoin. So for example, if you see the Aave chart here, we click over to Bitcoin, you can see Bitcoin's on this slow grind to the upside, and Aave is just constantly putting in new lows, right, within that kind of similar range. So already seeing a lot of weakness with Aave. And then I just kind of saw this level. So what we'll do is we'll do the usual thing. We'll bring it back so that you can see what I was seeing at the time. So we are kind of using this level here. And the first time we got to this level, we bounced away very aggressively. Second time, very aggressively. Third time, not aggressively at all. And then we came to retest it again. And then we had a hammer candle on this hourly, right? Back up into this support level. It just showed me that there was just, buyers were just disappearing, right? So what we did, we was watching Bitcoin. We were watching Aave at the same time. We eventually pushed through this level and swept this high out, right? We had a little sweep, which then rejected before using this as support and coming back up again. But we then pushed again on Aave to take out this new high. This is the start of the hourly. But then within that same 15-minute candle, we pushed up really aggressively and rejected and closed back below this support, now flipped into resistance, right? Which was already enough of a trigger for me to want to get into a trade. So as you, any of you who have been watching the previous videos know, if I'm entering a short, I don't like to enter on candle closes. I like to enter, basically if I'm entering a short, I want to enter on a green candle, right? So I want price to go up before I enter a short. And if I'm entering along, I want price to go down before I'm entering along, right? To get those sniper entries and to get as much tighter stop losses and just have less risk on the trade, right? So we'll go on to the 1 minute chart here. So this is the 15-minute candle close and our entry is here. We haven't entered yet, of course, but this is just where we do end up entering. So as you know, we are waiting for the candle to go green and then start to wick down that we can enter on, right? So what happened this time was, unfortunately, the candle started to the red side, right, which isn't really what we want. It's not super bad if it's not a big wick, right? It was only a 0.09% wick, so it wasn't too big of a deal. We're still looking to enter into this trade, right? We then push up and we then push up again and create a wick. So we started off green on this 1 minute candle and we started to wick. This is where I entered. So I get in here, price starts to kind of push down. Unfortunately, the minute after, we did kind of push away, so it was a little bit like sketchy. It's like, oh, well, okay, this isn't great. But I was still very confident in the trade. Everything looked super bearish. Bitcoin was looking good to go down as well. Aave was finding this resistance level. We had a super nice rejection candle. So yeah, we obviously held on for a little bit longer. We don't have a stop loss on the trade right now, right? So this stop loss that is shown here isn't the actual stop loss we have now. There's no stop loss, and we're manually already hovering the close button for the trade. That's how I like to enter my trades, right? We want to be correct almost immediately, or we just shut the trade off and close. Now, what we're waiting for is price to do what we're expecting, flip the 15-minute candle into a red candle, and then continue that full momentum to the downside on the hourly as well, right? Which is in unison makes the whole chart look bad on all time frames. What ends up happening, we get that nice little rejection candle here, and then we get another one, really nice candle. Boom, we're already putting a stop loss now above the wick of this 15-minute candle or 5-minute candle, whatever you want to call it. So we put the wick, we put our stop loss above this wick. Once price starts to come down and break these levels, we've now put the stop loss to break even. So now we're at zero risk trade within 5 minutes. We've got a $20,000 short in position where we were only risking a maximum of $50 to $60, right? So super tight stop loss. So what we'll do is we'll actually keep the normal stop loss on this so we can kind of see the risk to reward that we took on this trade. Now our first target for this trade was the hourly support level, right? So we wanted to look for a sweep of that level. Now that alone was only about 2%, right? But that's still about $400 PNL wise, and the risk to reward on this trade was 11 to 1. That's an 11 to 1 trade for a 2% move because of how tight our stop loss was and how our entry was just obviously so perfect with the strategy that we take. So yeah, we end up closing this 15-minute candle, full momentum, beautiful candle, close below the support level, close below these lows. Almost guaranteed it's going to push to the downside again, which is exactly what happens. It just fully sends it down, sweeps all of these levels out from the higher time frames and all of these lows as well here, and then starts to close below again. Perfect, right? Continues to the downside, breaks this support here, which is on the higher time frame of the hourly. Yeah, so the hourly support level here, as you can see, breaks it before wicking back up, and not very aggressively. Still comfortable in the position here. We are expecting some sort of consolidation here, right? We're at a big level for Aave. We're expecting some consolidation. A lot of shorts are going to be taking profit. People are going to enter longs, etc., etc. So this was not a problem at all. We then had a beautiful 15-minute candle close again. Still in the position at this time. We wick back up and we close like this, which is fine, expected. And then we start to kind of consolidate, like I mentioned. But we were consolidating at the lower end of the support, which is beautiful. Candles were getting smaller, still showing weakness. Push down here. And then on this wick, as it wicked back up, I think we closed somewhere on this 15-minute candle. I was just like, just lost 200 to Bitcoin. We don't want to get stopped out break even on this trade or even give it a chance to start coming back up and then having to make a decision then on what we want to do with the trade. We don't want to get stop loss break even and pull the account back down to 9,800 and be at drawdown. Bitcoin isn't looking that bad. So I ended up just kind of closing for $390 profit, which is a great win, right? It's a big dub. $170 into profit on the account now, as you can see up here at the equity and the balance, sorry, we're at 10,170. So that is cash outable now. We can cash out $170 from the funding account, but we're going to leave that as a cushion, right, to kind of protect the account from reaching that breached balance of 9,400, right? So we're going to use that as a cushion for now instead of cashing out. Now, I said in the Discord that I have a little trading group. Well, it's pretty much 2 of us that really trade, but there's a few others that kind of like are in there as well. I said, Aave looks like it wants to go down another 10%. Bitcoin was at a beautiful level, 99k. If it rejected, it was obviously going to come down to 94, 95k, back at that next level of support. But I've got this issue at the minute because the trade sizes are obviously so big, and my net worth on my account isn't very big. Also, that I'm kind of like very protective over the money that I have in there. I want to kind of keep it safe and make sure we're not, it's just, emotional, a little bit of an emotional connection to the trades, which is the P&L, which isn't what you want to see, right? So I ended up closing, but not only that, the hourly, if you see this hourly close here, it was just picture perfect again. It was just like a bit of deja vu. If you watch the last video of the Aave trade, it's almost identical, right, to the exact same mistakes that we made, I think, when we closed this trade like here somewhere, right, and it just continued down to the main target. But yeah, so if we did go to sleep, oh, Christmas, we would have woken up on Christmas morning and oh my days, could you imagine the scenes, waking up and just seeing plus $1.6 thousand in unrealized P&L on the trade. And honestly, I don't think I would have closed. I still think I would have held because there was no reason to really close. I think right here would have probably where we would have ended up closing, right, like an hourly close back above this level here, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it would have been a beautiful, beautiful thing to wake up to. $1.7 thousand unrealized profit on the account, a nice cash out. But yeah, we're not gonna complain too much. We're in profit on the account, we're in the green, and we're feeling good about the trading and the my skills and stuff, and everything's kind of coming together. So yeah, so where the price of Aave is right now is even lower. So if we were still holding, it would have been a nice $2,500 profit, and it still looks like it wants to continue lower down to this down to these lows as Bitcoin's looking to now sweep these big boy lows down at the bottom here at 92k. So yeah, we're just going to see what happens. Again, we're not going to be trading until New Year's. I mean, if there is a trade setup that's really premium, then we'll take it, right? But I'm not really looking at the charts too much right now. I'm just going to try to take it as a bit of a break because I know the charts are a bit iffy right now. Setups are just choppy, and it's just not something I want to be doing. But yeah, one thing I have noticed, guys, is yeah, the videos have been getting a lot more views.
The only people
that's a lead video. A lot more views in the last few days. These 2 videos here specifically have 600 combined in the last one to 4 days, right? So it's nice that a lot of new faces are coming to the channel. People are engaging a little bit as well. So yeah, it's awesome. Thanks for watching the videos. If you have anything like a bit of experience with trading, then go ahead and comment. Let me know like how long you've been trading for and whatnot. If the videos are helping or whatnot and stuff like that. Because I want to kind of build a little bit of a community where we kind of help each other. I might set up a Discord at some point once the if the videos do get a little bit more traction and stuff, so that we can all kind of like help each other, build a Discord, chat amongst ourselves, and learn stuff from each other, and yeah, just get some financial freedom, right? That's the goal. So, but yeah, that's it for the video, guys. If you don't see another one for a few days, don't worry. I am fine. I'm just staying away from the charts. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace out.